What's going on, y'all? Shook here, back with another video on the Resto Shaman this time, mixing it up a little bit with Plum on his Demo Warlock. We were unlocking the elite sets, and this is the last healer that I have to unlock. Normally it's one of the ones that I do super early. It's usually like my second healer to unlock the set, but for some reason this season I just wasn't feeling it. Maybe it was like all the warriors running around, which are like the arch nemesis of Resto Shamans. But yeah, we run into a mirror in this first match, and I actually think Demo Resto Shaman is really good right now, just because if you can make it into heavy dampening, I don't know, Demo just kind of becomes overwhelming. And Resto Shaman just has a lot of tools that you can disrupt different classes. So right here with this mirror, you can see that the enemy Resto Shaman outgears me quite a bit. I don't have full gear yet. Plum doesn't quite have full gear yet, but he's more geared than I am. And so what I'm basically going to try and do is make sure he can do max damage. I'm going to be wanting to try and dispel off curses and stuff like that, try and keep him offensive as I can, and I want to be tossing out lava burst as much as I can, and kind of I don't know, just using my static field totem to pull them into weird positions. So also with him outgearing me, we probably won't win a mana battle, so we're going to try and finish it before it happens. Just got a full lightning lasso. You see why I ran behind the pillar. I didn't want the enemy Resto Shaman to be able to wind shear me. So he ate that full lightning lasso. We got a ton of pressure off that. It looks like they are trying to do kind of a reverse damage to us, so Plum he went ahead and ported. I'm going to go and lay the root totem. I'm going to shear him, lay the cap totem, and get the double stun on them. Cast a couple lava bursts. We're chunking through his shield there. We get all the way through his shield. Looks like earthen wall totem does come down. I'm going to get stunned by the cap totem. Probably going to get stunned again here. Not super worried about it because he's actually fearing Plum. Going to dispel him out here in a second. Probably should have waited on that dispel since fear didn't have that much time left. There's the curse coming back up. Looks like he wants to hex Plum. I do need to dispel that hex off of him. I got it. His reflect is up, but we're getting a ton of damage again. Looks like he's going to trinket my lightning lasso that time. We have all the pressure at this point, and we're actually winning on mana, which is kind of crazy. You can see Plum just kind of doing as much damage as he can. They used their static field. I'm kind of holding mine because Plum's on the opposite end, and it would be kind of awkward if I pulled them that way, so I'm kind of just holding it. I don't have my dispel quite yet. I do have Tremor available. It was probably worth pre-trimmering that fear instead of using my trinket, because you know, that would be one way that they could actually win if dampening got too high and they got a good stun combo on me with like a lightning lasso and CC Plum. Looks like I got the hex on the shaman there, and I'm going to try and pull them out from behind the pillar. Pulled them both out, going to root them, and then lay the cap stun on them. I want to dispel Plum when I can, get him out of that mortal coil, and we get the double stun again. It looks like he's going to pop his grounding. I'm probably going to go ahead and ground this hex. Do ground the hex, and it looks like Plum is chunking that shaman. This is kind of that scenario that I was talking about where once we get into heavy dampening, Demo just becomes, you know, a little bit too much to handle with the healing reduction effects and all of its kind of constant damage. It's not really gonna be like heavy burst, but eventually it's just going to be too much to heal through. Looks like he's putting out his tyrant, so this is going to be a bunch of counter pressure from them. I'm trying to use my grounding here. I'm going to summon my Farseer, and you can see me kind of chunking out lava bursts at this point. I still have health stone and my wall, so I'm not super worried about them going for me, and it looks like their shaman's actually going to go down right here. He's going to try and peel with the fear, but it's just a little bit too late. So we do win the mirror matchup. Most of these games were in between 2K and 2100, so pretty decent teams, especially for being under gear. But like I said, I think this comp is really good. So here is a warrior matchup, and this is actually a matchup that was pre-nerf. So this was, I think, the week before the nerfs went out. So They have since been nerfed a decent bit because they were kind of just like one-shotting people. So if you see me like overreacting to some of these cooldowns, it's because I was getting like one shot through my wall on some of these. So right here I'm going to lay my earthen wall. I'm kind of just trying to purge as much as I can and make him LOS his druid a little bit. Just tossing out a few things here. I really don't want to move out of my earthen wall, but I think this druid was playing the convoke build, so I also don't want to get kind of stuck in a stun and then him get the full convoke off on me, which as long as Plum is not super CC'd, it should be fine. He gets the interrupt on me. That was a bad hex by me. I thought he was going to shift out, so I was kind of pre-casting it for when he was going to shift out of cat form. I'm going to get the lightning lasso here. Looks like the warrior wants to stop me. I'm going to run away from him for a second, toss another lava burst out. We do have gateway up over here. I'm going to thunderstorm him off me while I'm stuck in this storm bolt. I'm going to use my ghost wolf to kind of jet away here, and it looks like he is going to do the convoke on Plum. It did like no damage to him, which is really good. I don't know, I figured that would do a lot more damage considering he had Heart of the Wild up. Looks like he's going for the clone on Plum, maybe? I'm going to try and just pull them back over there towards him because I don't want them connecting on me. I'm not sure if Plum just had a massive absorb shield or whether he popped his defensive right before, but that was really good for us. We're going to get the lightning lasso here. I'm trying to get away from the druid because I know he wants to come interrupt or stun me like that. Looks like he missed his spear on Plum. I am trying to kind of pressure here now. I missed my cap totem, so a little unfortunate there. I usually want to combine it with my root. Looks like the druid wants to come over here and clone me, so I'm trying to get out of here where I'm in LOS of Plum so he can stop it with a fear or with an axe toss. Looks like there's the spell reflect from the warrior. I'm going to get stunned again. And it looks like they're going to swap to me. I'm going to pop my wall here and actually overlap with Healing Tide. Again, it's super spooky right now. Or, well, it was before they got nerfed because they could randomly just RNG you down with some executes. Going to get my lightning lasso up. Again, we still have gateway if we do need it. This guy's trying to get combo points back up on me. You can see Plum stun him. I'm just saving my trinket. There's no point in trinketing right here. He's trying to juke while I'm in the fear. And it looks like the warrior's going to swap to me. I'm trying to gateway just to get away from the warrior for a second. Pop my Farseer, and here comes the Tyrant. You can see Plum juking right there to get his Tyrant out. So he's going to be doing big damage here in a second. So I'm just trying to keep him up here, and I'm going to try and help do damage, and you're also probably going to see me purge here in a second, or just I'm going to keep tossing out Lava Burst. There we go. Going for a few purges there. I have grounding down. I guess I thought he was going for the clone. Kind of a bad grounding there. Looks like I am casting my Aura Mastery, and he got the Mortal Coil on him. Looks like the warrior's going to trinket there. Here's the spear. I don't have my wall there, but he is going to take him down, so it doesn't matter. So kind of a hectic game. And again, here's another warrior team. This was just warrior resto druid has been super popular. We've actually had a pretty good win-loss ratio into them even before the nerfs. The ones that were kind of beating us were the ones where we would just get RNG'd down. So right here I'm going to pull him away from Plum, just trying to give him a little bit of breathing room. You can see me just kind of spam purging. I really want to get him completely clean, force this guy to use Overgrowth, and I'm going to use my Lightning Lasso here. You can see him getting back up the hots. He was trying to stop me there. There's Iron Bark. Plum's going to stun him again, and I am kind of just trying to keep him up while simultaneously mashing Purge. There's the Druid's tree form, so most likely we're not going to get the kill while that's up. You can see me go for the root there whenever Plum uses his gateway. He's already back on Plum, and I'll wind shear that Cyclone. I do have grounding for the next one. Probably going to ground it. Went ahead and grounded that one. Now I'm trying to range this next one, and I wasn't. I was just a little bit too close. Almost ranged it. So right here, I'm still just trying to pick up Plum. We have our Earthen Wall available, and I'm going to go ahead and lay it on him. It's kind of a tricky situation. whenever Plum wants to be porting and stuff like that, for me to time the earthen wall. So that one was a bad example where I need to wait till he ports and then use it. So right here I'm going to shear the Resto Druid, and I actually could have grounded that clone or lightning lassoed. Either one would have been fine. I have wind shear back available as well, but I'm really just kind of tunnel visioned on keeping Plum alive here. So gonna go ahead and wind shear that one and go for the hex. He's gonna shift it, which is fine. Going for the capstun. Looks like we are gonna get the capstun on the trinket. Now I'm going for the hex, and I got the hex, so this is kind of huge right here. It looks like he's going to pop avatar. Don't really have a finish. I was trying to split them away from each other. I'm still trying to pull him out of LOS, and now I'm trying to just do damage. Going for the purge on the hots. Probably should have kicked that. I did have wind shear available, but I'm feared now. And it looks like he is going to get the clone on Plum there. And here is tree form. We might be able to just DPS through it. And so I'm kind of just standing here tanking him so Plum can just do complete damage, because we're at pretty high dampening. Gets a little risky here, and you can see me like calling out. I was like, I'm about to link. But Plum wasn't quite close enough to it, but he does take him down. You can see him trying to run into the link there. But yeah, this was a pretty good session. We got the elite set, obviously, and that was the last healer to get the elite set for the season. So now it's time to push 2400 in whichever bracket, either solo shuffle or BG Blitz. Probably BG Blitz, since it lets you do OQ. But I hope you guys enjoyed these. If you are new here, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Helps me out a ton. Got some more videos coming in the works, and also have a shockadin video coming in the works that I think you guys are really going to like. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.